Good day, this is VC3 News Bite for Wednesday, July 17th. I am Shadane McLean. Thanks for joining us. St. Vincent and the Grenadines has received US $500,000 towards recovery efforts from the government of Cayman Islands. Premier Juliana O'Connor Connolly arrived yesterday on Cayman Airways to join other regional leaders who visited as a show of solidarity, and also to tour the southern Grenadine islands that were badly damaged by Hurricane Beryl. The Premier also brought relief supplies. During the handing over ceremony yesterday at the Argyle International Airport, Premier O'Connor Connolly said that the people of Cayman Island are still praying for Vincentians.
And today we sow, you water the next generation. Those who are much younger than us will reap the benefits to see that there was a time, there was a place that we looked at our own budget and we have many challenges ourselves. We realize that we are at the beginning of a hurricane season that's been forecasted to be out of the normal. But we also know that the same God that founded us upon the seas, that as we sow this to you with great pleasure.
Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit also pledged a contribution of $1 million to St. Vincent and the Grenadines to help with recovery efforts after Hurricane Beryl. The announcement was made at a press briefing at the Argyle International Airport in St. Vincent on behalf of the government of Dominica. Meanwhile, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, along with some of his cabinet members and other heads of government of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, visited the hurricane-ravaged areas in the Grenadines. The Prime Ministers include Dr. Terence Dew from St. Kitts and Nevis, the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Philip J. Pear, Antigua's Prime Minister Gaston Brown, Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of Grenada, Dickon Mitchell, along with the Premier of the Cayman Islands, Juliana O'Connor Connolly. The issue of climate change is one on the minds of many leaders, especially those who bear the brunt of the consequences. Yesterday, Prime Minister of Dominica, Roosevelt Skerrit, who joined some of his OECS colleagues, as well as the Premier of Cayman Islands, in visiting St. Vincent and the Grenadines to show solidarity and donate relief supplies, described the climate change as a war taking place but provoked by Caribbean islands, yet we suffer the consequences.
I have said I have no difficulty if a country decides that it wants to mobilize billions of dollars for Ukraine, which is fighting a war. But what about us, who are subject to a war that we did not provoke? How is St. Vincent going to raise these monies to restore lives and livelihoods?
PM Skerrit, who at the time was delivering remarks at a press brief held at the Argyle International Airport, said the damage suffered by SVG by Hurricane Beryl is estimated to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars, and noted that every time Caribbean nations make efforts to advance their country's development, they are pulled a few steps back by consequences such as these. PM of Grenada, Dickon Mitchell, has also been vocal about the effects of climate change on Caribbean islands with a remark he made a day after Beryl's July 1st passage, which was circulating on social media. PM Mitchell said this hurricane is a direct result of the climate crisis that Grenada, the Caribbean, and other small island developing states are on the front line of. We demand and deserve climate justice. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves announced yesterday a reshuffle of his cabinet ministers. Dr. Gonsalves made this announcement yesterday at the ceremony held at the Argyle International Airport, where heads of government of the Organization of the Eastern Caribbean States were in attendance. The ministers assigned are Honorable Frederick Stevenson with previous portfolio of public service, consumer affairs and sports. His new portfolio will now be Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Trade and Commerce and Consumer Affairs. Honorable Kiesel Peters' previous portfolio was the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Trade of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and has now been reassigned to the Minister of National Mobilization, Social Development, Gender Affairs and Family. Honorable Dr. Aranda Brewster, who held a portfolio of Minister of National Mobilization, Social Development, Gender Affairs and Family, will now serve as Minister of Housing, Youth and Informal Human Settlement. The portfolio of the public service will go under the office of the Prime Minister. We will be right back with the sports.
Your life, your vibe, your cola. So represent.
Your life, your vibe, representing the best cola. Me and talk about zest cola. Right.
From me, open the cola. Me a look for the best cola.
Look to the left, me see the zest cola. Look to the right, me see the zest cola.
Zest cola are the best cola. Represent for the zest cola. Zest cola are the best cola.
Zest, your life, your vibe, your cola. Zest, represent with the best cola available island-wide at your favorite bars, restaurants, corner stores, and supermarkets. Zest, your cola, your vibe.
Welcome back. West Indies would be trying to level the series versus England in the second test match at Trent Bridge tomorrow, July 18th, in 3-match test series. West Indies had lost the first test by an innings and 114 runs. Taking a look at the weather. Present conditions, cloudy winds, calm. Temperature 29.6 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity 67%. The barometric pressure 1017.5 millibars. The 24-hour rainfall 8.6 millimeters. Yesterday's maximum 31 degrees Celsius and last night's minimum 24.5 degrees Celsius. The synopsis: weak unstable conditions are across the islands. Our forecast: mostly cloudy with scattered showers and a slight chance of isolated thunderstorms. The sea conditions: slight to moderate in open water with swells from 1 to 2 meters. Thank you for viewing. You can join us tomorrow, same time. And remember to log on to our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I am Shadane McLean. See you next time.